Forget gurus. Forget anyone claiming to be an online business expert without going through the challenges of entrepreneurship themselves. The Real Money, Real Business podcast is here to prove the best insights in online business comes from your fellow online business builders. We dig into stories of entrepreneurs selling their business on the Empire Flippers marketplace so that you can learn how they made their business profitable, how they overcame obstacles, and what lessons they learned in their online journey. If you want to take your business and your knowledge to the next level, you've come to the right podcast. Let's get started.
Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of the Real Money, Real Business podcast. We record these interviews so that potential buyers can learn more about the business and the seller to help them make an informed buying decision. If you would like to learn more about this business, including details like what type of business it is, how much revenue and profit it makes, and all of the assets included with the business, simply visit empireflippers.com/marketplace and search for this business's listing number, which you can find in the video thumbnail and in the description. Or if you're watching this on YouTube, you can click the link in the description to go straight to the listing. So without further ado, let's get into this interview. First up, let's learn a little bit about you. Can you tell us about your background in building and running online businesses?
I started my career as a middle school math teacher, so teaching has always been in my veins. And then 5 years into that, I started Aleka's Get Together as my passionate side hustle in which I had the goal turning into a full-time job from day one. And 5 years later, I was able to achieve that goal and, resign from teaching. And then over the past 8 years, I've grown it into a profitable blog that generates income from ads, affiliate revenue, brand partnerships, and some other sources of revenue. But along the way, I've taught myself SEO, content strategy, social media growth, and email marketing, which is all involved in the blogging industry. Because of that success, I was able to leave teaching after 5 years and start another business that helps other bloggers in my industry increase their organic rankings and also help them create digital products to further grow their own businesses. I've built many digital products and online courses and actively teach others how to grow their traffic and income. So I'd be really open to helping whoever buys the blog how to increase and continue to increase the traffic on Aleka's Get Together. So really running this has taught me, or building my own blog and website and course business has taught me how to grow organic traffic through SEO, build relationships with brands for sponsored work, diversify my revenue with ads, affiliates, and digital products, and how to manage a content calendar with photography and recipe testing and content producing and all of that. So while I spend most of my time teaching now, the blog is more proof of what I've learned and applied successfully over the years.
Why are you selling the business now instead of keeping it and growing it further?
So I've reached a point where my focus has shifted over the past 8 years. I've been building another business that teaches other bloggers SEO and course creation with digital products online. And that's really done well and taken off and demands a lot of my attention. And while I love this blog, it's been really such a fun creative outlet. I can't give it the time and energy that it needs or deserves to grow. My dietary restrictions have changed. So a lot of the recipes on the blog are not dairy and gluten-free. And that's the direction where my recipes, what I make in my daily life, has gone. So that also, if I ever were to create a blog again, it would be focused on dairy-free and gluten-free content only. Rather than letting it sit on autopilot, I'd rather pass this opportunity, this awesome website, to somebody else who would be more excited to run it and scale it and enjoy the growth potential that it truly has. It's really a great foundation. Although it has been my passion over the last 8 years, my time has moved towards other projects that also I'm very passionate about.
Can you describe the amount and the type of work that you do on this business to maintain it?
Lately, I have not been doing as much work on the blog itself, which is a big reason why I'm selling it. But that's the pro to having a passive income type of business like this, is that even if I'm not working on it consistently, it's still maintaining that income on a monthly basis. If I were to go back into that full-time mode of working on the business, I would focus my efforts on updating old content. Like I mentioned in a future question, that is an easy kind of low-hanging fruit win to kind of maintain that organic traffic, tweak keywords, refresh photos, maybe tighten up instructions, things like that. I would publish 2 to 4 new posts a week or a month. So that could be maybe 2 new recipes a month paired with 2 entertaining articles a month. Email and social media could also be pair well with those new postings. So you post a new recipe, it's also repurposed or syndicated on that social media site. I would, of course, focus on batch testing recipes or hire out somebody. And there's many people out there that I can recommend and refer the buyer to when it comes to recipe testing, photography, editing, and content writing. All of that can be easily handed off to somebody else to be able to maintain that 2 to 4 new post week or month schedule. So I guess I would say, the time commitment that you could spend on it if you hire that stuff out is very minimal, less than, I would say, 5 hours a week, which is really just maintaining, sending emails. But like I said, all of that can be hired out. None of it needs to be done by the owner.
So if you were to keep this business, what are some of the ways you would try to grow it?
I have many ideas for how I would continue to grow Aleka's Get Together. The first way I would grow is to update and expand old content. There's about 400 posts published currently right now. And a lot of those posts are sitting on pages 2 and 3 of Google. And a lot of those just needs fresh updates, new images, maybe some updated SEO, some added sections, questions, etc., which is really low effort and high reward. Another area where I would focus on growth is email lists. That's something that I've never had time in the past to really dedicate to growing, but with all of the, tools out there, it's so much easier to grow an email list, especially in this niche of mine. It's something that a list is very underutilized. And if growing that list could happen in the coming months, the traffic there is going to be kind of like owned traffic where, your Google traffic is more borrowed. So that's email list would be something I would definitely focus a lot of efforts towards. Digital products would be another awesome fit. I am offering my ebook that with the sale that I started to promote but did not pursue over the years. Other digital product ideas are menu party ideas, really big around the holidays, printables, checklist, party planners. All of this can be sold year round and is most popular during Q4. YouTube video and shorts and longer form video, all of that. Of course, people love watching tips on recipes and party ideas. Affiliate partnerships, you can add so much more internal linking to Amazon affiliates from every piece of equipment used in all of my recipes and party content. And then Pinterest, I would focus on growing that as well, since that's normally a big traffic source for me.
Right. And what would you say are the biggest risks with this business that buyers should be aware of?
As with any business, there are going to be some risks that are involved. When it comes to a blog or a website, the biggest risk is traffic change and traffic that comes from organic or Google search, Bing search. All those search engines can be affected if there is any type of large algorithm change. The algorithm changes that have happened over the last 2 or 3 years, some helped my site grow, some decreased the traffic a bit. But after talking to many, many other bloggers, my site, even after large algorithm updates, has still come out on top because I built it on a stronger SEO foundation. There's no black hat link or SEO tactics involved. Everything is very white hat. Everything is organically earned. Everything is built upon, EEAT foundation, earning that trust and authority from Google, and a lot of backlinks to support so that even if there is an algorithm change, the traffic won't take a huge hit.
How much support are you willing to offer the buyer who acquires this business?
I actually am a blog coach, so I do help other bloggers grow their blogs already. And it's something that I am very passionate about. So helping you to grow the blog that I have started myself is something that I would 100% be open to. The first 30 days, I will give ideas, suggestions, and strategies to just take over very easily and continue growing it.
Are you open to negotiating something like an earn-out agreement?
I would definitely be open to an earn-out payment structure depending on the terms and the timeline of that structure.
Okay, final question. If you had to put yourself in the shoes of a buyer, why is your business a business worth buying?
First, there's proven traffic and earnings already established. The blog has consistent traffic from SEO and social media, plus diverse income streams such as affiliates and ads. You're not really starting from zero when you purchase the blog. It's already profitable and has a nice history of organic search traffic, which gives authority, which is really important, and stability. Also, it's an evergreen niche with entertaining recipes and hosting ideas. There's always demand for that. People will forever search for these type of recipes and party ideas, and that's built-in recession-proof content. Another reason is because there's a strong brand identity on the internet. Aleka's Get Together has already the recognition and established social profiles and a loyal audience. So buyers that step into this blog will have that trust kind of baked into it, which really takes years to build. There is a lot of growth potential. There's a lot of opportunities for low-hanging fruit expansion, such as adding digital products, doubling down on email marketing, refreshing old content, or branching out into like other social media avenues. It's also a great time to leverage because it's really well established on a strong SEO foundation that it's already earning passive income, and it's much easier to grow with that established credibility and authority.
All right, everyone. Thanks for listening. To learn more and see if this business is still for sale, head over to empireflippers.com/marketplace and search for this business listing number, which you can find in the video thumbnail and description. Or if you're watching this on YouTube, click the link in the description to go straight to the listing. Once you've unlocked this listing, you'll find everything you need to know about this business. So, thanks for joining us. See you next time.